Are these people fundamentally different? So trauma is the big difference here. So let's understand, when we're developing as children, if we grow up in a traumatic environment, what will happen is there's actually something called the loss of the future dimension. So I'll give you like an example of this, right? So let's say I go to my parents and I say, hey, I'd like to have a birthday party. Can I invite my friends over? And then parents say, sure. Next day, parents are drunk. They get mad at me. They're like, no birthday party. So what will happen if you look at traumatic upbringing is that children can't plan for the future. Any kind of autonomy that they express, an abusive parent will shut it down. Like, you know, and this is highly controlling parents too. We see this so much in like Asian and South Asian cultures where parents are like, you got to do this and you got to do this. No drugs, no dating. You're going to study. You're going to learn piano. So what we're actually doing, this is like, we see so many gifted kids that stall later in life because in these upbringings, we remove the ability for autonomy. When a child tries to express themselves, we shut it down. The second thing that happens is trauma is about surviving today. So I was working with a patient who, you know, would be able to tell within the first 60 seconds to 5 minutes when their dad got home whether they were going to get beaten today. And so when people grow up in traumatic environments, and it doesn't have to be physical abuse, it can be highly controlling. It can be even like children who are parentified is kind of traumatic, where you have a parent who's very chronically ill and is depending on the kid to take care of everything. That's traumatic too. Because then what happens is your brain looks at your day and there's no point in planning for tomorrow. All of your brain's resources are about surviving today. How do I not get abused? How do I make sure that my parents don't notice me? Children who grow up in traumatic environments learn to be invisible. And so then something very important happens in the brain, where it stops planning for the future because any plan for the future can change depending on whether your parent is drunk or not. And then if I was going to have a birthday party, I told all my friends and it got canceled. Now that hurts so much. So what happens when we get traumatized is we go into survival mode. We go into protective mode. And this is even mirrored like physiologically, where we have two states of the body.